Before I start, I wanna say that the thumbnail is just me showing the real thing versus what I asked AI to do in terms of the video idea. This was just made for the video idea and nothing else. I am pro AI, and so I don't mind it as long as it's just for fun and personal entertainment, but if AI is used in anything, like for example someone makes and uploads an AI song and MV in any language, then at least make it clear that it's AI and don't pass it off as human to trick people. That's one of my stances on AI in general related to AI music. But that is not the video, that was just an example. This video is not meant to send hate to AI, but rather talk about why I hate it in K-pop. So yeah, let's go. The video I wanted to make today is why I hate AI in K-pop, the music videos and songs mainly that is, and it's so annoying to see AI in K-pop music videos, because imagine it being used in a group's music video or a soloist's music video. What if one or more idols in the group or the soloist are against AI? How do you think they'd feel with AI in their music video? And how much worse is it that AI is used in their music videos but they can't speak up on it because the company is strict in their rules and stuff, so the idol or soloist has to stay quiet, or risk something happening that becomes a scandal? Also, it's really sad when this happens because imagine an idol training to the best of their abilities for a period of time before debut only for one of their songs to have MV scenes AI gen'd, which could alter the idol's dancing mixing it with AI, or maybe someone uses AI on the vocals to make it sound better. All the training becomes pointless if the idol just ends up one time being AI gen'd. Also, what if AI is used for one song of the group to maybe make things better but only used for some members over others? Wouldn't that show the company indirectly saying, without physically speaking to an idol in person, that you, the idol, suck even after training, so we made you better with AI? How is the idol supposed to feel knowing that they were used this way only because the company doesn't see their talents on the same level as the other members? I 100% agree that there are untalented idols, and that even after their pre-debut training they still haven't improved to be ready to debut. But if a company does this AI thing to them, then that's worse than keeping them longer to debut them later or tell them to leave the company if there's no improvement, because they debuted, and doing that is you as a company trying to make them better instead of trying to fix things before the official debut, and this will hurt the idol twice as much and that'll make them depressed because of it. This also might brew jealousy within the group where the idols are supposed to come off as friends to each other even if the idols are not at fault, and the company is 100% the culprit. Plus, if companies maybe use AI to fix talent, then there was no point in debuting the idol in the first place. Also, if companies maybe use AI to enhance vocals, say for example in a song where the AI is used to help certain idols hit notes they cannot hit. Why do that at all when you can just give that part to a vocally stronger member instead of AI enhancing vocals of someone who doesn't have much of a range and probably suits singing softer parts and overall softer songs better? One thing to add to that is that if AI is used to make a dance or a vocal better, wouldn't it ruin the song choreography? Like when for example you put a professional dancer with a first-time dancer who are made to do the same dance, and the first-time dancer ruins things because they haven't done any dancing before. That would be the same with AI where the song moves in a flow and then the AI comes in and breaks that flow making it look off. And also, if AI is used to alter the vocals of an idol or more idols in the group and the fans don't notice that it's AI because it might be too well done, then fans, especially the crazy ones who defend idols no matter what, could possibly use this group as a, they're all talented, and unnecessarily start fan wars with other fandoms to hate on groups not their faves all because of AI. Using AI in MVs and songs just becomes lazy because if a company does use AI to make MVs, songs, vocals, talent and such better, then why debut idols in the first place? Why not just debut an AI group to begin with? And if some idols maybe get AI to in the group with their vocals and dance, then why debut them at all? Just debut the group without them if you don't think they're good enough. AI is just harmful in music, especially when it is used to alter human efforts and skill. If AI is used on its own to make AI music and MVs, that's fine because it's all about creating something new and leaves the human out of it and it's better that way, but if you're using AI in your music then why not become fully AI and stop the human music? Why make humans suffer at the hands of something they're possibly antis of? Just keep the AI with the AI because it can leave a mark on the idol that people will never forget, leaving the idol to get hated on for no reason because some people are ruthless and go after idols even when the company is at fault. Companies should stop using AI because if the group suffers because of it, then the company suffers too. Another thing is that if a company is big budgeted and can make good funded MVs, then why use AI anyways? If you can fund good creative directors, props and artists to draw things, also including animators if you wanna make animated scenes in the MV and video editors and basically anything that goes into an MV, then why resort to AI? Like, imagine if a big company made a song for their group as a comeback, and in the MV wanted to portray the idols doing cool things only for them to mix AI visuals into the MV, including using AI to alter the idols as well instead of just professional editing. Imagine how awkward that would be, especially if the AI becomes noticeable, because we don't even know if these people who edit the MVs merging AI visuals with the human visuals in the MV are even good enough knowledge on AI to even do proper merging. These editors may not even be using AI other than for this project, because they might be anti-AI as well and value their human efforts over AI maybe. With the bigger company using AI who has the budget to maybe try and hide the AI with professional editing as compared to small companies. If fans notice the AI, they'll end up changing as fans of the company for that group and any other artist under that company. Because any new MV released by the company for their artists would be viewed cautiously, I'm not talking about K-pop stans who stream anything because it's their faves or their company stans, but rather mentioning stans who are normal and think for themselves, and fans will wonder if AI was used or not, so the fans end up becoming detectives all because of that one MV having AI. Another thing is that if companies build a cinematic universe across multiple songs to make a full-length movie through storylines that can be merged together to form one, using AI will break that and ruin what made the group different, because maybe K-pop stans saw this group and their storylines and thought they pulled it off well, leading K-pop stans to give the group more recognition. AI ends up visually messing up and turning something into a mess because what once was crafted with care by a team of people gets botched by AI. And this team that worked so hard on the music video probably isn't needed when AI is involved, because the company might use AI for a lot of the stuff in the MV, requiring less actual artists and only requiring editors to seamlessly edit the AI and humans together. It takes away from the actual creativity going into the MV and turning it into a shortcut. Also, for smaller labels with lack of a budget, using AI would be seen as maybe a cheaper shortcut, but it won't be good if the MV looks so suck-ass because of the AI, and that won't lead fans to wanna stan the group even if the song is good and well produced. It'll push fans away who are anti-AI, and even pro-AI K-pop stans will laugh at how bad it looks. Smaller companies don't need AI and shouldn't use it, but rather they can just try with their own efforts even if the MV comes out low budgeted, because real creative efforts are better than just resorting to AI. The group is already Nugu as is, with K-pop stans not even giving a damn about groups if their budget is cheap. Using AI will only make things worse, and the group will end up disbanding solely for the AI and not because lots of smaller company groups disband after debut. Also, imagine if the smaller budgeted group debuts with an MV that has AI in it that looks horrible. The group could go viral just like a group like Solia, for example, who were known to disband within 5 days after debut, but this group going viral will be all for the wrong reasons, and people will mock them for using AI, hate on the MV, call it cheap, and so many other such harsh things that the group didn't deserve, all because of the company's dumb actions leading them to disband in the end. The ICE example of people judging their debut MV shows how ruthless K-pop stans can be, so you can imagine how much worse it would be for a smaller group using AI in the MV, which would be the worst thing ever for them. This group will end up only having one song, and that song being remembered will be because of the AI and not the song itself, because if you go back to Solia, people who do know them outside of actual Nugu K-pop stans would only remember them for their 5-day disbandment and not the one track that they released. Not to mention the company using AI in the song itself to better the quality, which would hurt the song more if the company cannot produce decent quality enough to make the song stand out on its own, and so using AI might end up making the human vocals weird and turn the song into something it's not, making vocals into something they're not. Smaller companies using AI is not helpful because AI doesn't show improvement. If you take the example of the girl group My Darling, their pre-debut song had no MV. Then their debut song came along and it had an MV, but there were still things in the MV to be improved on. Like having too bright of scenes in some parts, for example. And then their first comeback and final song came along and the MV improved and looked heaps better. Even if it was mostly dance. And that was all human improvement. I also forgot to mention that My Darling also improved on their music quality, the production, comparing their pre-debut, debut and comeback song together, including the improvement you can see with the dancing comparing their debut song Dramatic and their comeback song Kung Chi Da. But with AI, using AI once for an MV, how can you even compete against AI to improve on what AI gave you, to make a more human-made MV, meaning if you use AI for an MV, how can you compete with the AI in a human way to improve on your MVs without AI's help, because AI goes all out, even if AI results are outrageous at times, and so how can a small budget company compete with an AI that does things feeling like you'd need to put in a lot of money to even be remotely close to AI? Smaller companies using AI kills all their chances of being taken seriously, because K-pop stans care about budget and money, and I've said above about groups being called cheap and harsh things, which I've seen for Nugu smaller budgeted groups. Bigger companies, especially extremely big ones like the Big 3 plus Hybe for example. These companies using AI will get criticized, but then we also have the fans who defend the group for anything, and the company stans who defend the group and also the company, so the group doesn't really seem like their careers will end because of the AI used in the MV or song, but compare them to a Nugu group, and the Nugus don't have much of a fandom anyways since they're unknown and the companies are too, so they'll get hit with the criticism more than the bigger groups. Smaller companies using AI is them threading into deep waters without knowing how to swim, and it won't end well for them. Also, I know that there are good and proper ways to use AI in the sense of people using it in a non-lazy way, but I've seen 2 MVs with Closer by Somi and Uno by Mayday where the AI used looked so bad in my opinion with the MVs, and paired with all the other reasons I mentioned above, I do believe that AI shouldn't be used in K-pop, because AI doesn't help enhance the MV but makes them weird because people are mixing real human footage with computer-generated footage. It's a different case when the MV is fully AI though, because then people are just editing full AI clips together and it looks better and more consistent keeping AI with AI and not unnecessarily trying to blend it with humans causing a hybrid chaotic mess where at that point it would have just been better to keep the AI out entirely.